Animal cruelty. Significant environmental footprint.
Is one of the largest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions.
Number one cause of deforestation in the world. Number one cause of the loss of biodiversity.
These can all be traced back to factory farming. Many documentary and fictional films have attempted to address this issue, generating a lot of discussion globally. Therefore, it is important to look into these specific genres and to see whether such presentations can encourage changes in the audience consumption behavior. Okja, a science fiction that tells the story of a girl named Mija who set out on a rescue mission when her dear friend Okja, a giant pig, was taken away to become one of many victims of cruel factory farming practices. Eating Animal, on the other hand, offers a truthful and raw presentation of such practices in comparison with traditional farming. How do they feel after watching the films? Are they encouraged to act differently? 2 young consumers have volunteered to help find the answers. After seeing the 2 films, they will be given a week to see if there are any changes in their ways of consuming meat products.
So when I watched the 2 films, it just kind of just reaffirms what I believed in, especially with the documentary because it's based on real events. And with Okja, it pushed animal abuse and it pushed all those themes to a limit. And it just really broke me at the end of the movie when, Okja was basically sexually abused by another being. So when I watched the documentary, even with the first few scenes of with the chickens, and they are brought up in this very tight space. If you pick one of those chicken out, and then if you develop that kind of commitment with that, like that girl with Okja, you would not want to see that thing happen. So yeah, it's made me really have to rethink about how I see the world, what our relationship with our food and with the animal, what's the difference?
Honestly, watching the fictional film didn't really affect me a lot. I was just a bit sad, but after watching the documentary, it really burst my bubble and made me notice things that I didn't know before. And scenes especially of how the turkeys are being drugged and how the pigs are being mishandled and the quality of the chickens nowadays. I started questioning my choices. I threw out all the meat products I had. Not that I'm saying I'm going vegan or a vegetarian or anything, but I just want to make a conscious decision.
I found myself to try to buy more organic and free-range meat, but then that just happens a week or 2 after I watched the movie. So it made an impact, but not a long impact. It's still at the back of my mind. But then it's just that my condition, my financial condition doesn't allow me to act upon it. So I decide to unconsciously forget about it, if you know what I mean.
The first few days I didn't touch meat at all. I didn't touch milk of any sort. But being a uni student, meat is something so easily available, not that expensive and gives you all the nutrition you want. So I did see myself going back, but with constant reminding us constantly about this, I think I wouldn't slip so easily.
With Okja, it's just depicting that dark reality / fiction that we're in. But then with the documentary, it actually gave me a solution. So I was more impressed with the documentary.
Even though Okja was a very good movie to influence people and let them know what's happening, but not to an extent where you see real people doing hurting and torturing these animals, and then you start questioning humanity and thinking that is this normal for us humans to do this, you know? So the documentary definitely has more effect than the fictional film.
From their reflections, it can be seen that even though they were influenced by the two films about factory farming, such exposure wasn't enough to create a long-term impact on their consumption behaviors yet. For a detailed analysis, please visit my blog post linked down below, and thank you for watching.